Hey guys, Mike here with another video workout for you, number 37 in this series. And this one's going to be a little bit different. And I know I said that, I think, for the last workout too. It's going to be something different, but this is definitely going to be different in that it's not going to be a follow along with me workout. You're going to be doing this on your own. It's a pretty simple timing sequence. And since I'm nursing a couple little minor injuries, rather than risk putting myself back or setting myself back, I'm going to let you do this on your own, and I'm going to do something entirely different. You're going to be doing minute sets, so all you need is the stopwatch function on your clock just to keep time. Minute sets with 30 seconds of rest in between. There's a series of 6 exercises that you'll be doing, and you'll need to write these down and number them 1 through 6, and I'll talk about why here in a minute. You'll go through these in sequence the first time, minute on, 30 seconds in between. Once you make it through the 6 exercises, take a minute break and then reset, and then shuffle the exercises around a little bit. That's why I want you to number them 1 through 6. And you can use some playing cards and pick them out of the hat, go ace through 6, write the numbers down on a sheet of paper, tear that sheet of paper up, put it in a hat, pick them out and do them at random. Or second round, go 6, 5, 4, and 1, 2, 3, something like that. Mix it up, unless you really want to go through in the exact same order for the 3 times that I suggest going through this. Entirely up to you, but mix and match, have some fun with it. My recommendation, again, is to go through this 3 times. That'll get you to a 27.5-minute workout. Each round with the rest breaks will be 8.5 minutes. When you add the minute break in between, that will be 9.5 minutes if you go completely with that minute break and then go on to a next round. So you guys can figure that out. So 27.5 minutes would be your time if you do it 3 times. If you do it less than that, you have a shorter workout. If you go longer than that, you'll have a longer workout. Or if you want to do it a couple of times and then pick another workout out. Again, be creative. This is your routine. So your exercises: alternating reverse lunges, jumping jacks, burpees, plank with a hip dip, and I'll show you that. We've done it one time before, but I want to walk you through a couple of form cues on that. Inchworms and then squat. So again, you're doing minute sets with each of these with a 30-second break in between. So there is plenty of time to recover between exercises. And again, you'll have also that minute break. Now, if you want to play with that a little bit, if you feel like the routine's not intense enough for you, then shorten those rest periods. If you feel like you need a little bit of extra break, then take a little bit longer period of time. Again, up to you. Depends on how you're feeling on a given day. If you're working with an injury or something like that, you might want to alter things a bit or do an entirely different workout. Again, all up to you. I'm going to move this out of the way right now because what I want to do, I guess I'll move that too. I'll just reset it for my next video. So this workout and the one following this will be just like this in terms of it's going to be a self-timed routine, just because I'm doing, again, 2 of these in the same day. All right, so plank with the hip dip. Basically, you're gonna set yourself up in that forearm plank position, and you're gonna roll your hips from one side to the other, trying to keep your body, the upper body, as straight as possible. So 2 things, and I'll show this to you on the ground. 2 things. Most people, when they get into a plank position from the forearms, will do this triangle pose down there. Now what that does, that's a nice element of foundation there, but what it does, it takes the emphasis off your abdominals. Now you're resting on your forearms, and the abs don't need to do near as much work as if you open up your forearms, open up your arms, and imagine yourself, you've heard me say this in here, imagine yourself balancing on railroad tracks. That does 2 things. Number 1, it takes the balance point, that foundation, from your forearms and puts it in the core of your body. That's where we want you to feel that. That's number 1. Number 2, when you're like this with your arms together in this triangle position, now what's going on, generally speaking, is your shoulders are rolling forward, and we're reinforcing that poor posture position that most of us find ourselves in all day long. We're on our phones, we're driving, we're on our computers, shoulders forward, hunched. We're working on that hunchback thing so that by the time we're 65 years old, which is just a few years away for me, we're walking around like this. Shoulders back and down. It's hard to do this shoulders forward position when your arms are balanced out like this. So that's why I want you to do that. So that plank with the hip dip, again, you're gonna set yourself up in that forearm plank. Let's see, I gotta move back a little bit of a different camera angle today. So the objective here with the plank with the hip dip is to keep your upper body, your upper torso as straight as possible, and you're gonna roll your hips from one side to the other. So try and keep the shoulders squared up as you roll your hips from one side to the other, actively pull that belly button in so that these muscles that are hard to get to are activated, and those are what are controlling you going from side to side. So that's your plank with the hip dip. So have some fun with this workout, play with it as you go through it, rounds 2 and 3, and if you go continuing on after that, good for you. Let me know how you did, and I will see you next time.